Well, so we are joined today by the UFC lightweight Drew Dober, who had the kindness to give us some minutes of his time. So, Drew, thank you very much and welcome to Somos MMA. It's a pleasure to have you here, man.
Well, I appreciate it. I apologize it took so long to get me on the show, but for some reason, messages got crossed, and I'm getting to it. So
It's okay, man. It's
okay.
great to have you here. Well, let's talk. We have been talking before the interview. You are in Las Vegas. You are quarantined. Let's talk about that. What are you doing over there, man?
I'm helping my buddy out, Muhammad Naimov, in preparation of his top contender match next week. So, with everything going on, we get tested, we get quarantined to our hotel, and, we only get to leave when the UFC wants us to leave. So I've just been enjoying some Netflix in the bed for now.
Okay. Well, so Netflix, the bed. What do you do to kill time in these quarantine times and in these new normality 5 weeks with all these things? What?
And without a fight, what do you do for
Yes, and without a fight. Without a fight, what do you do?
When I usually don't have a fight, I'm usually out and about and enjoying people, wine, and whatnot. But now, since with the whole COVID quarantine thing, we got to keep things in the hotel room and whatnot. I'm actually not new to this, being on the Ultimate Fighter reality show like eons ago.
Yes.
And so we've learned how to work out, have fun, and kind of like live in a room just fine. So I'm just doing my own little workouts here in the room, enjoying some Netflix, and honestly, that's about it.
What about you? How are you doing? How are your trainings? How are your trainings going on? What about that?
Oh, things are going great. In preparation of my last fight against Alexander Hernandez, the gyms were closed and things got really rough. But since then, things have opened up a little bit more in the United States, and we're able to have restrictive training sessions. So I'm just kind of keeping my partners minimal. So it's just me, a coach, and two other partners. And I'm working, 2 to 3 times a day on improving my technique and in preparation of whoever's next.
Drew, you talk about your last fight against Alex Hernandez, and you show a high-class performance in that one. What did you change in your preparation for that fight, man?
Probably the big thing for that fight is patience. And we don't really need to go 110 miles per hour or whatever, just every time, right? And my striking coach, Elliot, told me something. He said, the thing that makes me a great striker makes me a bad grappler. And that's that I go crazy. I go nuts, right? And so I get knockouts. But in jiu-jitsu or in grappling, you can't do that. So unfortunately, it's my impatience that got me submitted in my last couple losses. So now we're really practicing on patience and defense. And then I'll keep that pressure, and my opponent chooses when he wants to quit.
Yeah, continue with this line. What are you improving for what is coming? You don't have a fight yet, but for what is coming.
Well, I know full well I'm ranked 15, 14, I don't know, but the next couple of guys up are all grapplers. You got Kevin Lee, you got Islam Makhachev, you got Oliveira, Benil, Diego Ferreira. Like, they're all like heavy grapplers, and I know full well that my last couple losses were submissions. So I need to improve on my jiu-jitsu. So I've been working with my jiu-jitsu coach, Elliot Marshall, one-on-one, and improving not only my defense, but my jiu-jitsu offense, and being mentally prepared for when the fight, takes me there. I'd be very arrogant if I said I wouldn't get taken down in my next fight, because most likely I'm going to get taken down, and I just need to be able to defend myself, get the fight back to my feet, and then entertain the fans.
Well, Drew, and after your win against Alexander Hernandez, you have said that you want bigger and better fights. So, are there any offers? Are there any names? What can you tell us about that?
I guess a lot of things are all hush hush, and of course with the UFC, like, things change so often. But I was offered a person, a place, and a time in which I accepted. But I don't have a contract yet. And like I said, a lot of things change. And so I'm preparing for a possible fight before 2021. But if things change, I'll let you guys know.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna guess. You don't have the fight. Where was it? It was Fight Island. It was in the States. Where was that offer? I'm just guessing.
With the UFC, who knows? Like, UFC calls the shots, but in my preference and what I would like would be fighting here in Las Vegas, because Fight Island sounds really cool, but it's so far away, and the travel and the weight cut and the quarantine and all that stuff. Like, I just want to do it here in Las Vegas, and you guys can all watch it on television.
Okay, okay.
Drew, and beside that, who are you targeting next? Who wants you fight?
Targeting. I mean, if I had my choice, I would fight Khabib. But if I can't fight Khabib, I'd fight Poirier. Right? But honestly, I'm aiming as high as possible. I want the number 1, number 2, number 3 guy, and it's whoever the UFC wants to offer me. I will fight anybody. So it's just whoever's gonna say yes, and that's my dance partner.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess that it could be maybe Diego Ferreira. You were supposed to fight, right, on May the 2nd, but then it got canceled with all the COVID-19 thing. Would you like to rebook that fight?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Actually, my preference is I would love that fight. I think Diego's a very talented individual. I think he poses a lot of problems to which I need to prove to the audience that I can overtake or beat. We were scheduled to fight May 2nd, and that fight was changed to them fighting Alex. So I sent Diego a message. I said, it's unfortunate we don't get to fight each other, but maybe we can do it sometime. And he said, absolutely, I would love to fight you. It'd be a great fight. So if he likes the fight and I like the fight, why not make it happen?
Sure. And Drew, I want to ask you, how is it to train with someone like Justin Gaethje? I have seen your in some interviews that you said that you two kill each other on your trainings. So I want to ask you, how is it to train with a guy like Justin that is a beast?
Oh, it's so much fun. I love getting beaten up, and so in quarantine, when everything was closed down, it was just Justin Gaethje and I, just having a championship fight, in a closed. It was amazing. But now since the gyms are opening up and he's fighting Khabib and I'm fighting possibly another grappler, us having stand-up wars with each other, that doesn't help each other out. So. I've seen less of Gaethje. However, I'm sure I'm going to spar him again, and I'm sure it's going to be equally as entertaining. The dude is so talented and so much fun. I learned so much sparring with him.
Drew, how do you see Justin for his next fight, for his title fight?
Oh, man. God. It's such a tough fight. I've been a fan of Khabib's for a long time. I think he's so talented, so tough, undefeated, speaks for itself. But Gaethje hits hard, and I know firsthand how hard this guy can hit. And if Gaethje puts his hands on you, and at any moment, lights are out. And every single round starts on their feet. And so Khabib's gonna have to 5 takedowns to win this fight.
Do you think something is gonna change in the light heavyweight division? I mean, in the championship matters.
Oh, as far as the light heavyweight division, yeah, I think Dom Reyes is going to win that title. That's just my personal opinion. I think Dom's going to take that vacated title, and who knows what John Jones is doing? Nobody knows.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right.
Sorry. Thank you for that, but I was asking you, for your division.
Okay.
Because, gosh, so it's all just speculation because. If Justin Gaethje beats Khabib, that's going to change so many things. If Khabib wins, who knows? After that, he wants super fights like with GSP or who knows. And, I think if Khabib wins, it's going to bottleneck or kind of like block the championship in the lightweight division, right? Because you have to figure out what Ferguson versus Dustin Poirier, what Dan Hooker's doing. There's going to be so many changes which I'm excited about because that means these guys are fight, and I'll fight any of them. But I think the most difficult thing would be if things work out picture perfect and my teammate wins the championship and I become number one contender. We might have to figure out when that comes.
Yeah, well, that's a thing. I want to ask you, because you just mentioned this super fight that everybody has been talking about between Khabib and GSP. What do you think about that? About the fact that a legend like GSP comes back and like skips everyone just to fight for the title. How do you feel about that?
I mean, honestly, everything that guy has done in his career puts him as a number one contender in any division. And so, you know, if he comes in and fights for the title, like I wouldn't mind at all. Like, the dude deserves it. But my honest opinion, I don't think it's going to happen. I think this hype is kind of like touching on maybe the idea to see how much hype it creates. But I just don't think it'd be enough, you know, for GSP to come out of retirement.
Okay, and well, one more from me. You have talked about the fight between Justin and Khabib, but is there any other fight that you're looking forward to watch from now up to the end of the year?
Oh man, I would love to see Tony Ferguson versus Dustin Poirier. I'm a huge fan of both those guys. I'm a huge fan of Dustin Poirier. So to see him, you know, go out there and do what he does best, like, man, that's such a brutal but entertaining fight. And I'm really excited to see Beneil versus Charles Oliveira, probably two of the best in our division. And
I think that fight is tough, man.
So that's what I read too. I read earlier that the fight might be off, but I mean, who knows? Like I said, it could be off, it could be on. You know, all fighters are like, if I say pre-bananas, you guys get the reference?
Yeah.
They want things, so who knows? I personally, if they reschedule that fight, I mean, I'd be tuning in to watch that fight. And then also in the lightweight division, man, whoever Dan Hooker fights, that's gonna be a fun one too. The lightweight division is full of killers. I mean,
it's
you could pick names out of a hat and have an exciting fight.
I have one more.
Yes,
Last
sure.
one from Drew. In your Twitter biography, you said that you love wines. I want to know which one is your favorite wine? You love Argentina wine or Chilean wines?
Oh man, God, I love Argentine wine. Let's see here. I usually go with my white Riesling. I go from Germany, but reds, South America. So like Argentina, Chile, like all those places. I prefer off-world wines, other countries. Like, I don't really like the stuff here in the United States. Same thing with coffee too. I don't like coffee here in the United States. You have to go somewhere else for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Awesome. Drew, it was great to talk with you. Thank you very much for your time. We wish you the best, and we hope you get a fight soon. We want to see you fight inside the octagon. So thank you very much, and good luck, man.
Thank you so much. And anytime you want me on the show, just give me a ring.
Gracias por visitar Somos MMA en YouTube. No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal y activar las notificaciones para seguir disfrutando de nuestro contenido.